Alright, whatever. Let me just get this over with. I'm asking 6 questions. I'm so glad I get to edit it. I just line by line, you can, it's fine, man. This is really why I just wanted to like be secluded, because I'm like, wow. You did your first video, you were reading by yourself, and now you want to do it in public. Interesting. I like the progression. Asking 6 questions. I'll be answering them personally, in real time and on the spot. I just saw a bird. On the spot. Hopefully, as I go. We woke up at 4. I was like, man, what if we could do a video where the sun's coming up in like nature? I was like, man, it's so hard to find some nature where I live. It was like 6 and everybody had already got here before me. But we're in nature. I just got bit by a mosquito. It's not really what I was looking for. Alright, this is just filler because we have a whole script. Hopefully, as I go, I'll uncover more questions. That part responding broadly. Imagining what others might say might be tricky. There's a bunny. I just saw a bunny. If school was outside, I would have been even worse. Alright. Imagining what others might say should be tricky but fun. It'd be a pursuit of funness. Fecundity. I just want to say that word. Alright. Hopefully I don't get in trouble there. Alright. I feel like the angle has to change now. I really do appreciate that tree. But I appreciate this tree as a tripod. So thank you. Thank you for being my tripod. Let's get a different angle. That's beautiful. I wrote this at 4:50 a.m. today. This is meant to be my next YouTube video. I also like how I'm chopping this up, because if anybody's like listening, I'm throwing them off my trail till I edit it. Then you're like, what the fuck? Why is it so hard to just say shit that's true? Everything I'm saying is true. Thank God I wrote it down, because I used to just live my life like, I'll remember. No, I won't. I'm literally looking at it and I'm having trouble with it. I went to sleep at 10:30. Like, how hard is it to say? I literally did that. Literally did go to sleep at 10:30. Yeah, literally 10:30. I literally went. Why is that hard to say? I'm not even gonna redo that one. That was just true. All of it. Went to sleep at 10:30 p.m. Counting back. So counting back, I think I got a good amount of sleep, because I woke up at basically 5. I woke up basically at 5. No, that's not what I said. See, that's why I gotta follow this exactly. So counting back, I think I got a good amount of rest. I prefer to use rest. I'm used to the quality of the last video. It turned out great. For this one, I want to do something a little less cinematic. This is less cinematic, because the other one's still uploading, so I know that I did that wrong. Just me in an open field, park bench, exploring these questions. I'm doing neither of those. I mean, this is kind of like an open field, but I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be here. I walked past like a game camera that's supposed to like track animals, just walking on their habitat. And it would be fine that I'm walking on their habitat, because it's normally what humans would do. But this is like a little square just for them. We're supposed to just come here and visit. Probably should like switch up area. Probably throwing off a duck's pH balance just by being here too long. Alright, I don't know if that's going in the video, because I'm literally supposed to just read this script. I don't know why I'm improvising. It makes me feel a little comfortable if I do that, so bear with me. I won't answer them beforehand. What is English? Why does it just sound stupid when it comes out of my mouth? I won't answer them beforehand. If my mom would have said that, it sounded better, and she has an accent. I would have been like, alright, I know exactly what you mean. Beforehand. Beforehand. We die in this video. I'll respond to them in real time as I ask. See? And that clip was lost when I said asked. So now we're just revisiting that little problem. There's a beaver? Is that a beaver? It's a squirrel. But I don't know why it's not in the tree. Probably because we're using this tree as a tripod. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Come on. Move. Alright, hold on, Mr. Beaver. I'll move to a different location. This video deserves one location, honestly. I said less cinematic. I won't answer them beforehand. I'll respond in real time as I ask. I'll respond in real time as I ask these questions. I'll respond in real time as I ask them. As I ask them. I just want to say it so bad. So I said ask for a while and we just kept doing that. Then my brain could distinguish. Almost had trouble with that one. My brain could distinguish the two words. After I asked them. Hopefully that's as hard as it gets right there. I'll respond in real time as I ask them. I don't ask for much. That's the problem. What animal is that? It's a piece of trash. That's unfortunate. As I ask them, anywhere in nature is fine. So I guess this works. Anywhere in nature is fine. I really did want the ambience of birds and stuff, so this is cool. Like, I was ready to just fake it and just be sitting at my desk and just play bird noises, but I was like, I can't do that. That would be a downgrade from what we've already done so far, especially this early in the morning. It actually is. I might not be able to get back. There's animals piling in on the entrance I came in. There's like little birds and stuff. I don't want to bother them. I'll take the long way. I work at 10:40, so maybe I can get everything edited. I work at 10:40, so maybe I can get everything edited. I work at 10:40, so maybe I can shoot everything and get everything edited before work. I work at 10:40, so maybe I could shoot everything and get it edited before work. Not doing it again. This is a one take. The helicopter's throwing it off because we're supposed to be in nature. But I guess helicopters can be in nature. Humans are in nature. A helicopter could be flying over a secluded area. So I'm not even going to worry about that. It's the best place for a helicopter to fly over. It's more interesting. It usually, maybe it's not. Maybe sometimes flying over cities is interesting. I'm not talking shit about humans. I'm not a humanist. Is that where you don't like humans? I'm not that. Humans are okay. I happen to be one. This is not going in the video. It's 5:11 a.m. now. I need to act fast and make a decision. I think I'm staying up. No. I think I'm staying up. Earliest I usually wake up is 6, but I'm impressed by those who wake up earlier. It's a true statement. All this is true. I'm not lying. I'm not doing that one again either. Here are the 6 questions. Please don't make me ask them. Please don't make me. Alright. I read the rest first, in case I get kicked out for asking these 6 questions. Oh, that's all that's left. That's all that's left. And then we have to answer them on spot. Usually when I watch videos where people ask questions, they read them all, and then they just do them one by one. So we're just going to read them all. I'm going to read them like it doesn't have anything to do with me. Objectively ask these questions. I'm not attached to these questions. These questions don't define me. They're just questions. See, the problem is you ask a question and you feel like it defines you. It's attached to you. Of course, these questions, I'm asking these questions because, oh, look at that bird. That bird is beautiful. First question, why living in your car is not considered normal? Second question, why sleeping in your car is not considered normal? Third question, can you see these 2 questions as different? Fourth question, why not? Fifth question, and how could you see these 2 questions as different? Lastly, 6th question, why living in your car is different from sleeping in your car? Okay. Let's start with the first question. Alright. I really want to jump to the third question, and I feel like the last 3 questions are baited or something. Like it's a bait for a conclusion that I've already came to. But I read all the other stuff, so I can chop it up now. Basically, the video's done. It's a relief. Now I can just sit here and ask these stupid questions. But I guess there's no such thing as stupid questions. We're exploring these, so why are we already just going to dismiss them? I'm not going to repeat myself. I didn't already. That bird's going to knock the camera down. I'm trying to blame other people and stuff now. I just want to run away with my footage. What if it's not even recording? If it's not recording, I swear. Since we're already stepping on this stuff and the game warden camera already didn't see us, let's just get the tree in the background now. I'm just waiting for somebody to be like, get out of here. That's how my dad used to tell me to get out of places. And I would just be like, I'll just get the fuck out of there instantly. And the dog would do it too, like the dog responded to it the same. The dog would be like, bro, there's gotta be some like little weird creatures that live in here and are making these little silk fibers. So I'm standing like this. Alright, let's start with the first question. It should just be easy to answer these questions. Because they're stupid. No, it's fine. Alright. First question. I think it's not considered normal because it's not normal. I'll just leave now. Let me just answer them all like standoffish like that. Alright, question 2. Because it's not normal. Question 3. Yeah, because it's not normal. Why not? See, that's why question 4 is kind of like forcing you. Can these two questions be seen as different? No, because it's not normal. So why not? Because it's not normal. All right, let me see. 5. How could they be seen as different? How could they be seen as different? This has to be standoffish. So I was gonna say they can't be seen. They can't be seen as different because they're not normal. They're both not normal. So they're the same. That's my answer. This is my standoffish answer. Alright, why living in your car is not the same as sleeping in your car. They're both the same because it's not normal. So that basically I answered all the questions. I should have did in the beginning intro that I was also gonna give a standoffish reply. When I start just, we like to tear ourselves down a little bit. So those are my standoffish replies to these 6 questions. Now let's actually try to answer them. I'm starting to sweat. And I feel stuff crawling on me. So we should have never sat down, but I really liked that shot, so it was worth it. But we definitely looked at homeless, like, laying there, for sure. Also, the goal is, like, never to look that way, but I'm just lazy. So I don't know how long we're going to keep it up. But we do have a home right now. Not for long, though. You guys know that? Why am I telling you? First question again. What would I say personally? Let me get some water first. I don't want the water in the shot because it's going to look ghetto. Why is it not considered normal? I really want to answer why they're not the same. Why? Because that's an open-ended question. Is that how you say it? That was definitely like an open-ended, like a pre-answered question. I know I said I would answer them on the spot, but let's just answer the first one. Why is it not considered normal? Because I think traditionally, normally people... I have a standoffish stance. I think traditionally, normally people don't do that. Because there's a lot of houses everywhere. I was born in a house. My dad was born in a house. I'm not gonna have kids doing this, but why can't we say not normal? Why is living in your car not considered normal? We gotta ask it again. Why is living in your car not considered normal? I'm trying to say it low. Somebody comes up like, not right now. I'm not doing it now. Playing. This is a YouTube video. It's not real. Is it not considered normal? I feel like if a authority figure was here, they'd be like, he can't answer it because he's stupid. They're mad at me. They already want me to answer it. What their answer is. I want to give an answer right now. I feel like I'm in trouble, and he's like, answer the question, and don't leave until you answer it. I don't know if it's the sun in my face, like it's a spotlight, like God shined the spotlight. He's like, answer the question. I'm like, oh, it's getting hot in here. It's not normal because the normal human being, this is when I get like slapped or something, because it's like, oh, okay. All right, what are you going to say? The normal human being has a life that's usually plotted out for them. But I'm not the normal human being. Then I get slapped. That's what I'm going to say the whole time. All right. So the normal human being usually has a life that's like plotted out for them. They're in a house and they leave that house and they go to school and then they come back to that house and then they keep doing that, which we've done all that. And then after a while of doing that, they start getting hair in certain places. Then they graduate. We didn't do that. And then they get a smaller house that's a little more affordable, so they could afford to go to a bigger school. That's less affordable. Wait, I'm making it political now. I'm now getting political, but that's usually the normal operations of things. And it's fine because that bigger school is very valuable. You learn a lot of stuff. I'm not shitting on college. You learn a lot of stuff, and you become a greater force for your environment and your community. I think we're answering this pretty good. And so, as you acquire more skills in this bigger school, which is a little pricey, but should be worth it. Should be worth it. That animal had something to say about it. Whatever that animal was, it definitely wanted to like get the mic for 2 seconds. What if an animal came up and started talking to the camera about it? Well, basically, I'd be like, go ahead. I'm like, God, I don't have to do. God, that was rough. Here, take the camera. And the animal's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. So anyway, I shouldn't make that noise. I don't know what that means. That could be like gang affiliated. See, what are we talking about? We're in nature. We're talking about gangs. Anyway, so bigger school, you get bigger brain, and you get bigger abilities, and then this is when you get to turn all that in for a bigger house. So the whole time you stay in a house, you never deviate from that, and that's why the first question. That's the answer to the first question. Okay. There, you never have to not be in the house. Basically, we answered the first question. We're not asking. Well, we did say we wanted to ask more questions, and now I do have another question, but I forgot it actually. That fast. I got it and forgot it that fast. So it's kind of crazy how answering questions you can spawn off with more questions, and then we can answer those questions, and it never ends. And I'm just on the pursuit of. But I don't know if the first question can ever be answered. That it's why is it not normal? That's why it's not normal. That first thing is why it's not normal. And whose perspective is that from? That's personal. I think that's personal. And that's what maybe somebody else would say. So let's move on to the next question, because I can't check the time on this phone. Why sleeping in your car is not considered normal? To answer this differently, because I could answer it the same. The second question, I could answer it the same, but let's answer it differently. I could give it a shorter answer. Based off the first answer, you would never need to, right? But I feel like that's just answering with the first answer. We might jump back to that one. There's definitely one I want to answer, because I get to put my opinion in it, like, deeper. Well, it's not safe. Well, let's actually go back to the... Let's. It might not be deemed as safe for the second question. This is for the second question. It might not be deemed as safe. I wouldn't deem it as a safe pursuit. It's not stable. It may be stressful. All right. 3. Can you see these two questions as different? Okay. I want to answer this one. I want to answer 3. That's why. Yes, I do see them as different. I can ramble on this now. Can you see these two questions as different? Yes. See this? I'm saying it out loud. Now I'm saying like loudly, because I do want to answer this one. Yes. The water bottle's right there, so the ratchet energy from it just came to me a little bit. We can be ratchet, obviously. I just rolled my eyes. That's the most ratchet thing I hate. I remember my mom tried to get that out of my system, and I was like, Mom, it's already taking control of me. And my dad would just like try to hit it out of me. I would be like, I'm sorry. Like after I would do it, I'd be like, I'm sorry. It was like literally just after I do it, I just feel ashamed instantly, because I feel like it's more of a girl thing anyway. So I'm like, why am I even doing this? I don't even want to do it. And sometimes it hurts. Well, when you're doing it for fun, it hurts, like physically. You're like, how many times can I roll my eyes? Like, it's an activity at that point. It's not really you're upset or anything. It's just you're trying to unscrew your eyeballs from your brain without touching them. Can these two questions be seen as different? Well, yes. Me personally, see, this is why I want to answer it personally. Me personally, I'm not going to be doing the first question. Or, oh, wait, how do I say this? The first question doesn't apply to me, because I don't consider the first question that we're asking applying to me. I'm gonna be living. I'm gonna be sleeping. The second question applies to me. Living is crazy. I'm gonna be living in the world. I'm only gonna be sleeping there. That's just a bed. So that's that's why. I didn't answer these questions before, I just asked them. And I hoped that they weren't destroyed. I hope they weren't destroyed when I asked them. I tried not to destroy them when I was axing them. So let's answer the fourth one. Shortest question, why not? Favorite question. Is that my favorite question? I think my favorite question is why. That's why not too. So why not? Pertaining to the third question. We're not gonna edit this before work. That's impossible. And do 4K. So that'll be nice. The question, why not? Third question, can these two questions be seen as different? And then, so the fourth question is why not? Pertaining to the first two questions. So yes, for question 3, as far as my answer, my short answer. Then, so why not? Because it's stupid. I don't know. Like, if you can't distinguish question 1 from question 2, and you can't understand how they could be different. You don't understand how they could be different. Well, you don't understand how they could be different. It's probably not your situation. You're probably not confronted with that as a possibility in your life. We don't want to do short answers. You have a home. I don't know. It's been a while since I've had a home. I mean, we've rented places, but I have my childhood home that I can pass by. I don't own it. We did own it. It was very lovely. Yeah. How could you see them as two distinct questions? How could you see them as two distinct questions? I feel like a lot of these questions are asking the same thing over again, but there's multiple ways to answer them because they are coming from me, a person that is going to be partaking in a few of these questions as a lifestyle. So I feel like I'm stealing this shot, and I feel like I'm holding this place down like I own it or something. I feel like we need to give somebody else a chance to be in this area. But I really just want to be lazy and record it all right now. And I can't show my face in this area no more. Not after these questions I've asked. We're gonna do the walk of shame out of here. We can kind of record ourselves, I guess, walking out of here with our head down. No, just fine. This is what I was talking about. I feel like we answered question 2 and question 6 at the same time. Look at these birds. That's gonna be the running meme for me is birds. Look at these thorns. I'm so proud of us. We made a YouTube video on a work day. Don't say it can't be done. Yes, thought-provoking questions. We barely answered them. One seems like you've given up for sure. One seems like you've just given up on life. The other one seems like you're just trying to get to one checkpoint to the next, and you just don't mind how it looks in the moment. And that's more that's more in the category I fall in. Something like this type of scenery is what I'm going for as my own. I want my own sanctuary piece of land where it's paradise and there's birds, and I don't want to see any brown. Everything has to be green. Bugs, I'll invite all the bugs. Bees, I don't like bees, but I would let them on my land just because they're gonna bring the flowers and the pollen. So it's very motivating. I woke up at 4. Well, I gotta come out in nature so I can just take notes. Be I want that, I don't want that. I'm just gathering up everything that I want for my sanctuary. With no HOA. I need no HOA on my sanctuary. When I was younger, I did want to be an architect, but that's not necessary now. So I just need no HOA, internet connection, some money. Honestly, I need money, and then I can build whatever I can think of. I don't even need people. I'll just use AI. All right, I'm spilling too much of my plans. I'll be like, AI, construct this building. It sucks. It sucks that that's what it's resulted to. I would love to sit down and talk with somebody and be like, hey, you went to school for this your whole life, and I really want to work with you. You're the best. I don't like the AI does that stuff. AI is going to video edit. I just found out I have a PhD in video editing because I spent 14 years of my life watching YouTube. And I just shot out a great YouTube video like it was nothing. Oh, look at this bird. It's fat. It's juicy. It's juicy. That's me. I don't think we lost any footage, but I did press the button when I was recording the bird. Like, those birds are really fast, so I wonder if they're fat. That mean they're faster because they have more storage. That's how I was, I feel like. Well, I was faster, but I couldn't run like long distances. But I could get really fast on the burst. So I wonder if those are like nitrous speed, because they're already pretty fast. Question 5, how could you see them as 2 distinct questions? So I think everything's predicated off the first 2 questions. Alright, look, man, I'm about to end this video because it shouldn't be that long. So all I gotta say is answer them however you like in the comments below. Subscribe and like. Alright.